Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
You were going into your driveway after coming home from work.
Yes, yes.
And the dog, Sushi,
yes.
runs out.
Right.
And you turn.
Right.
And then what?
Then I hit his mailbox.
You hit his mailbox?
Yeah.
With your car?
But
And you're suing. In my courtroom, it's about equity and fairness. You want him to pay $628.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, knock my socks off. Justice should be more than just some foreign concept. I actually want you to learn something. The law talks about something may in fact be true, but can they prove it? And that's what's tough.
Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Grace Wang claims her neighbor's dog ran in front of her car and says she swerved and crashed into a mailbox to avoid the animal. Ms. Wang is suing Patrick Rubin in the amount of $885. Mr. Rubin is countersuing for $350.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
All parties been sworn, Your Honor.
Judge Eboni Thomas. Ms. Wang, you're suing Mr. Rubin for $885. Mr. Rubin, you're countersuing Ms. Wang for $350. We'll start with you, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yeah, Your Honor. My terrible neighbor, Patrick.
Well, we're not off to a good start here. He's your terrible neighbor as opposed to just being your neighbor.
That's our opinion.
Was he always terrible?
Yes.
From day one?
Yes.
Who lived there first?
I lived there first.
How long did you live there, Mr. Rubin?
I've been there for 15 years now.
Ms. Wang, how long were you there?
7 years.
7 years. And throughout your 7 years, he's always been terrible?
Yes.
From day one?
Yes.
He didn't come over with any cookies and say, welcome, and this is going to be a great experience?
I actually did, yeah.
Well,
no, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You know,
Did
but he never take care for his property.
What do you mean?
His grass is so high. And
how high is the grass?
It's like 2 inches high. She'll call the HOA on me.
Well, but that's too high. You know, you need to keep them done like mine.
You guys live right now. Follow my lead, even though I'm new to the neighborhood, huh?
Because I'm the real estate agent, so I know better.
Oh, and there it is. You don't even need me. Why am I here? Right?
Right.
See, I like you because
Let's go to lunch.
I like you. You got a good sense of humor, but there's a problem between the two of you, right? What's the deal?
Yeah. This woman's crazy. I mean, ever since she moved in, I mean, at first we were kind of cool. We said hey to each other or whatever. But ever since she moved in, she became a realtor about maybe, I don't know, a couple years after. And then she became the neighborhood police. So she wants to like tell everybody that their grass is too high, that, you know, don't watch your bike on the lawn.
Does the HOA specify how high the grass can be?
Yes, they do.
You are, in fact, in violation if it's over 2 inches.
No, she doesn't ever come and like measure it with a ruler to see that it's 2 inches.
You said it was 2 inches.
Yeah.
Not her.
No, when it's 2 inches too high.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that a violation of the HOA?
Technically, yes.
Well, then it is. It's a violation. You just don't like being called on it.
But I've never been fined. The only complaints that I've had complained is from her. She's complained like 50 times in the past
Oh, yeah, you're
year.
exaggerating. Yeah.
How many times?
He exaggerates.
How many times?
I think 30.
30.
We'll settle for 40, right?
So you're offended by 50, but 30 times in the course of how long?
7 years.
She's the only one who complains
Judge,
about me.
You know.
Nobody else.
I was
Do you guys
like
live
a lot
right
of
next to each other?
Yeah.
Last time I
Unfortunately.
was even not like complaining. I was like, I want. Otherwise, it's gonna be hundreds, I'm sure.
Oh, there could have been even more times.
Yeah. Yes.
But we're not here about the grass.
Okay. He was making a lot of noises Thursday night. Hello, you know, I have to work next day.
Oh. Hello. Hi.
And
What's the deal with Thursday night noise versus Monday night
That's
he
noise?
makes
poker
it
night, and we're
parties.
done by
Wow.
10 p.m. We obey the noise ordinance. We never go past 10
Thursday
p.m.
night is poker night at your house.
Yes, sir.
And you're offended by all the people and the
Yeah,
noise and everything.
10 o'clock. My kids have to go to school. They're young, okay? And Thursday night, you cannot party, drinking. Okay, you win your poker, you just drinking in the front yard and make such big noises. And everyone dressed like this leather jacket and tattoos. You know, the kids go
Oh my
scared.
God, the
You know?
horror. But you're not here because of the poker party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I don't know. Call me crazy.
Yeah, like a few months ago. And, you know, I was driving home after my work.
Yes.
And his dog, Sushi, just run over to my car. You know, I have to have a big turn in order I'm not hitting the Sushi. So I hit his
Wait,
mailbox.
his dog runs over to you while you're driving your vehicle.
Yes, yes.
Where were you coming or going?
I coming to my driveway.
You were going into your driveway after coming home from work.
Yes, yes.
And the dog, Sushi,
yes.
runs out.
Right.
And you turn.
Right.
And then what?
Then I hit his mailbox.
You hit his mailbox?
Yeah.
With your car?
Right, right. But
you're suing?
But I saved his dog's life. Otherwise, I can.
Sushi wasn't even out. That was a raccoon.
Coming up on America's Court.
I suing because his dog Sushi run over to my car in order I'm not killing Sushi,
No, I'm saying
so
you're
I
suing
hit
for
my car.
$885. What happened?
Because my car got damaged
What happened to your car?
by his mailbox.
And later,
You didn't return any of the $1,500 because of garbage, food and alcohol, oil stain, and a TV being. What actually happened to the television?
Well, the TV was unusable.
closed captioning provided by. If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. America's Court is back with the case of Grace Wang, who is suing Patrick Rubin for property damage.
What are you suing for then?
I suing because his dog Sushi run over to my car in order I'm not killing Sushi,
No, I'm saying
so
you're
I hit
suing for
my car.
$885. What happened?
Because my car got damaged
What happened to your car?
by his mailbox because I hit his mailbox.
You're suing for the damage to your car that resulted from his mailbox.
Yes.
And that damage is $885.
Yes.
And how do I know that that's an accurate amount? Do you have any proof of this?
Oh, yes, I do have this.
You're suing for $350.
And
What's
plus,
that for?
I had my car's damages picture as well.
Okay, very good.
$350 for the cost of the mailbox.
Might as well get his mailbox. Why don't you feel as though you should have to pay the cost of his mailbox?
That's hers.
That's hers.
And that's his.
That's his. His mailbox got damaged. You admit to damaging it. Why shouldn't you have to pay for it, Ms. Wang?
Why should I pay? Because I saved his dog's life.
I see.
And if he don't let his dog run out, it's never gonna happen.
My dog was not out in the street. My dog was inside. There's a doggy door. We have a fenced yard. He can go in the fenced yard if he wants, but he can't go outside of the fence. When I got home after
You
hearing
were
her
home when this happened.
Yes, sir.
Do you live with anyone else at the property?
No, it's just me.
When you got home, where was Sushi?
Sushi was in the house.
In the house.
Yeah.
But the fence had a hole.
All right.
Your fence had a
Did
hole.
you see a
Yes,
hole in the fence?
Yes.
Did you
I
point
saw.
it out to Mr. Rubin?
I did point to him like
Did you
few
have a conversation
before.
with her about a hole in the fence?
We never had a conversation about the hole in the fence, but there is a hole in the fence. I will admit that.
Okay, then everything she's saying makes sense. All right, let me take a look at your evidence.
Yeah, the owner.
We've got the repair for, it's a brick mailbox.
Yes.
Okay, that would explain the cost. All right, what were you going to say, Ms. Wang, the owner of what?
I said, actually, I had the neighbors told me a few days ago too. They saw his dogs
This isn't
running.
the first time that someone.
Yeah. and
Nobody's
then-
ever said
yeah,
that.
Sushi
Who said that?
Well, hold on a moment.
Sushi's
Sir.
wearing that. The
Ma'am?
motorcycle jacket. Everyone knows that's Sushi. That's your.
you have a
It's cold.
Yeah,
It's
because-
cold. Of
Wait
course
a
I'm
minute,
gonna wear a
you have a
motorcycle jacket.
motorcycle jacket on the dog?
I do, yes. Yes.
Okay, that's funny.
So we know that's Sushi for sure.
Here's what we have. I have a situation where you're saying she damaged your property. She's not disputing it. She wants you to pay for the damage to her vehicle. What actually was damaged on your vehicle? Was that the front bumper
Yes.
where the car collided with the mailbox?
Yes.
All right. Initially, your whole position was this is impossible because Sushi could not have gotten out. And we asked Ms. Wang, are you willing to take a lie detector test? She said yes. Here are the results. This test was administered to Grace Wang. It has a 97.9% accuracy level. The first question you were asked is, did you, Grace Wang, hit Patrick Rubin's mailbox with your car?
Yes.
You said yes.
Yeah.
The lie detector test found no deception. Second question, did Patrick Rubin's dog, Sushi, cause you to hit his mailbox? She answered yes. The lie detector test found no deception. And finally, were you, Grace Wang, on your cell phone or otherwise distracted prior to hitting Patrick Rubin's mailbox? You said no. The lie detector test found deception. It seems suspect, given the speed that most people are going as they're entering into their driveway, that you wouldn't have seen that dog to the point where it caused you to go up on someone else's property. So based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, the gavel, as it relates to your claim for damages that were caused through your distraction, that's not going to happen. Not up in here, not today. Your matter is dismissed. As it pertains to Mr. Rubin's counterclaim for the damage done to his property, he has sufficiently met his burden. You're not disputing you damaged the mailbox, so you will pay him $350. That is the order. Case closed.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff has been ordered to pay $350.
Justice will serve. I'm glad she didn't hit my dog, but she could have because she was on her cell phone.
I tell the truth the entire time. The lie detective is wrong.
Coming up on America's Court with Judge Ross.
Your neighbor was upset that there were people and there was noise
People
and
in the house.
and
yes.
it was annoying, but you have decided to rent your property.
Yes.
Yes, so the neighbor will have to get over it.
Closed captioning provided by. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Ryan Russo claims his relaxing weekend at a beach rental was ruined when the defendant refused to return his deposit after checkout. Mr. Russo is suing Kimberly Phillip in the amount of $1,300.
Mr. Russo, prove your case, sir.
Essentially, I'm here because Kimberly stole $1,300 from me.
All right. Initially, you had some sort of rental agreement with her, correct?
Correct, yes.
And what made you choose Miss Phillips' property?
I just really liked the house. I liked the location a lot.
And what was the problem that you saw with Mr. Russo renting the property?
Well, Mr. Russo damaged the TV.
Okay.
And
What else?
Left garbage right outside the door.
Garbage outside the door. What else?
Left food in the fridge.
Food in the fridge.
And I found a stain, like oil stain, in my driveway.
Oil stain in the driveway, what appeared to be from a car or something?
I don't know, probably.
Okay, all right. And is that it?
Pretty much. I mean,
And how long was he there, ma'am?
3 days.
How much did you charge him to stay for those 3 days?
It's $1,500.
$1,500.
For 3 days, yeah.
And that's all he had to pay up front?
That and the deposit.
How much was the deposit?
$1,500.
Also $1,500. So he had to come off $3,000 to hang out in Carlsbad by the beach for a minute.
Wow.
Right?
That's correct.
You didn't return any of the $1,500 because of garbage, food and alcohol, oil stain, and a TV being, what actually happened to the television?
Well, the TV was unusable. You have a picture of a TV. It has a little...
I'll look at whatever you have. Let's see that.
Coming up on America's Court.
And then what is this notary signed document here?
That's from my neighbor who was very upset.
Closed captioning provided by. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. America's Court is back with the case of Ryan Russo, who is suing Kimberly Phillip for the return of a deposit.
Well, Mr. Russo, then essentially, you're not disputing what Ms. Phillips is indicating.
Essentially, no.
Well, then why are we here?
So what had happened, I'll start with the TV.
Okay.
So I had some friends over. The TV was damaged on accident. I offered to pay for the TV.
All right.
What I did was I looked up the value of a TV like that.
Yes.
Her TV is about 8 to 10 years old.
Is that true? Is your TV
Yes,
about 8 to
yes.
10 years old?
It's been older.
Were you
been
thinking
fun.
you want a brand new TV?
After this, I will get a different
I'm sorry?
TV. After this, the TV was damaged, I will get a different TV.
Okay.
Yes.
How much do you feel you're entitled to for the television?
Well, $200 is a fair offer.
All right. And then what is this notary signed document here?
That's from my neighbor who was very upset.
Your neighbor was
about
upset that there were people and there was noise
people
and
in the house.
and
Yes.
it was annoying, but you have decided to rent your property.
Well, I
Yes?
do. Yes.
Yes, so the neighbor will have to get over it. Right now, we still have the issue of what's the value of removing trash that's left at the house as well as food and alcohol. How much do you think the value of that is worth?
$50.
$50. Okay, you're being
I
very
had to
reasonable.
call cleaning service. Or
Well, you
I,
have
like,
to go,
it's
and
my,
how much was
and
the cleaning service?
I had to,
Because you're going to need a cleaning service for the next people to stay anyway.
well,
Isn't that part of
Yeah.
what you charge? That's part of the fee.
it's part of the fee, but not as much. They had to stay over, clean up the fridge, clean up the trash.
All they had to do is remove the items from the fridge, and the neat, small pile outside needed to be put into some sort of dumpster.
Judge Ross's verdict when America's Court returns. Promotional consideration provided by. This is America's Court with Judge Ross.
Now, you're actually only suing for $1,300.
I'm only suing for 13 because I'd still like to give her the $200 for the
Well, it's
damaged
not
TV.
about you giving it to her. You owe her that.
Right, you're right.
So you're entitled, ma'am, to the $100 for, I would say, in terms of the oil stain. And you said $50. I may even make it $100 for the cleaning services because of the trash and so forth. That leaves me around $400.
And I needed to take my neighbor to the notary to get you the.
Okay. And how much do you think that's worth?
Well, we had to drive over there.
Okay. So based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, the gavel will come down in favor of the plaintiff, but not for $1,300. And I'm even going to put in the cost for the notary and the travel back and forth. That's $25. So I'm looking at $1,075 as your actual judgment. That is the order. Case closed.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $1,075.
You know, I'm sorry I broke the TV, but I'm glad I'm getting some of my money back.
I guess I'll be more careful who I'm renting to from now on.
Follow America's Court on Facebook and Twitter. This has been a production of Entertainment Studios.